Hello and welcome to Khosi Nation Fan TV. I am Pelo. I am your host. This is where fans meet and talk about Kaizer Chiefs Football Club. And in today's video, I will be previewing the MTN 8 semi-final, the second leg between Kaizer Chiefs and AmaZulu FC. So the aggregate score is 1-1, and if the game ends 1-1 tomorrow, AmaZulu would advance to the next stage because kusene away goal rule. So okay, we have that problem yokuthi we have to score a goal kusasa, and if AmaZulu for some reason they decide to just sit back for the entire game, then it's sinking in because we just miss chances. And it seems to me as if one of the things that we could benefit from is the space that AmaZulu will leave behind when they attack us, which we will go to later on in this video. But AmaZulu are coming into this game against the Chiefs. They've changed the coach. So the coach who said, Brandon Truter had said that they were going to fix the country, Moses Mapida, and unfortunately he got fired. So yeah, too bad for him because the man lost his job. But now they have a new coach, Roman Falls, and he believes in playing Ebola. And we have struggled against teams that decided to keep the ball this season. Even teams that were not even expecting, or teams that were not even supposed to dominate the ball, they just did. Like Ichipa United. Like we went to Calans, yes, Undlondo was still there, and they are a good ball playing team, but you don't expect Chiefs to have a lower ball position when they are playing against any team in the DStv Premiership. The only team that could really have an edge because of the quality that they have is the Sundowns and maybe Pirates. Pirates 50-50. Sundowns can have maybe 60-40. I mean, we can still win the game. Like Liverpool were playing Man City last week, and then they got a ball positioning of like 70-30. Liverpool got a few chances and they converted one and they scored and they won, which was good. But today they played against Nottingham Forest and then they played poorly, and then same thing happened. They didn't win, which translates, it's kind of the same thing that the Chiefs is doing. In like big games, you can see good they try to perform. Against Sundowns, they lost big, but they did try to perform. And then against small teams, it's like they just drop 11 liabo and say, we're going to win this game. And as Zwane rightfully pointed out, they win the game before they even play it. And if you're going to win the game before you even play it, you are just underestimating your opponent and you are not respecting your opponent. And as the Bible rightfully says, before the fall comes pride. And laban bapizi, baba ne pride, baba arrogant, bafuna ukuthi si Chiefs ithina. You cannot just go out there and win the game. Go, impose yourself, win the game, play the game, work harder than the person you are playing against. You can't just be casually joking just because udlala ne team that is smaller than you and the score is still 0-0. You can't just drop off a score ngoba seku 1-0. Ngaze ngayenza rent before a game is iqala, because it's annoying ukuthi I will sit here the whole day, go to church ekseni, go to lunch, whatever, and then just prepare good. Oh, what misery. What are they going to put me through tonight? It's messing with us because you end up just feeling, being in a place where you're like, awazi noma ucasuke uthethe umemeze, or should you just say, it's fine, we're still building? Because Bafet, the thing is, what we have going for us as the Chiefs is that we are creating chances. So according to me, Mangetepol is there. We can see what it's trying to do. The problem is the people who are supposed to execute Mangetepol are basically letting him down, because you can't create chances of 17 and then end up only having 4 on target. So that means the other 13 chances are clear now that you could have at least gotten them on target. Clean, wasted all those things, those shots. Sometimes ubukahlela ngoba ubopanic, sometimes ubukahlela because you are selfish. Instead of rolling the ball into the other players, you decide to take a shot. Instead of being composed inside the box, you decide to rush. I hope I don't get to see that. I hope I don't get to see that. And the other good thing that we have going for us right now is the fact that Khosi, as much as he still has room to, there's a lot of room for improvement for him, but he's been consistently performing for us, and Udoli is picking up his form as well. And not to mention Uguti Udupre is also working really hard. The goal that he scored in the previous game will also be helpful to him, because the boy still makes some runs. He's just maybe young, 1 year younger than me, but I'm saying the boy. Anyway, Udupre still makes those good runs. He still works hard going forward. He works hard going backwards. So we also have that going. We have Ublom destroying everything in the middle. We have Udove Bafethu. As much as kukhona ukuthi in the previous 2 goals he was somehow involved because Ibola was higher than him, he still performs very well. We are recover, Magmela recover. Can start the ball from the back, Magmela Ali Bola from the back. The problem that we have is that, one, everyone needs to start being committed. Abomat need to start working hard, Campbell. We can't have people just casually walking around the ground in Kama Billiards. Please don't do this to us. Having said that, if you're enjoying this video, please do subscribe to this channel if you are not subscribed yet, and also like the video if you're already subscribed to this channel. Now, guys, let's look at the possible starting 11 for tomorrow and what I actually think Zwane should do tomorrow. I'm not a coach. I'm not trying to coach a coach. I'm just giving my opinions, which, by the way, you should leave down on the comment section after watching this video. Okay, so depending on whether Ukune is available or not, Vele, it's clear Ukune, if he's available, he should be Emapalin. The thing is, if Gempeli injury is still giving him inkinga, then we have a problem. Because on one hand, you have a tall goalkeeper like Uprusip Voma, who I thought was better in communicating with the defense than Upeterson. But to me, it seems like Ubvuma, the tallest keeper we have, who struggles with communicating with the defenders and also catching aerial balls, which is something that we've struggled with. Uguti, yes, we have a short defender in Dove, but you also have a tall keeper who can just come out and command box by catching the ball, by screaming, "Hey, keeper!" No, and then beat it up. And I don't like bashing players, but he knows he can do better, and it's now difficult to what will Zwane do, because Peterson made a mistake in the game. Here cheap bum keep, and then we came test Galax. Upros wasn't convincing. So what will Zwane do if Ngampela we come to a point where Ukune is not available? Because of my king. So AO keeper will depend on whether Ukune is there. Right back, Rivers had his time, shame. Rivers had his time, and for me, the reason why he was starting was because he passes the ball better. But in the time, I think in the past 4 matches that he's been given a start, he hasn't convinced me. I can't convince him. And the worst thing now that he started doing is we have Villapage Manjanuk Uguti, it takes him a while for him to come back and track back and recover because whether we like it or not, guys, in the system that we're playing, I'm a full back set also overlap. They have to, because we need to create overloads. If a team is sitting deep and then when uzo attacking midfielders and your front three, that means it's 5 against what? Teams usually defend with 9 players and then just leave 1 person for an account. So when uzo attack 5, a team that's defending with 9 players with 5, it's not realistic. So they will have to overlap so that we can create overloads. And I think Solomon should start. I personally think so. And la kuma center back say too, I would love to sing as an play for the same purpose yoguti ipace yake and aerial ball we are compete, and Ukwinika hasn't really convinced me. And I know some of you are already typing with, when is Mato going to be given an opportunity? I see this game as an end-to-end, and I see this game being one where AmaZulu could play balls over the top to try and get to Mango in case we are attacking them and beat a Sigma count. And in that case, Umatoho ngeka khona because that's pace kamango. And you need to have players like Abo Solomons, Abo Dove, Abo Ngezana who have the pace to catch up. Even Unjabulo Ngcobo, as good as he is on the ball, but when it comes to pace, when balls are played behind, if you are playing a high line, then we'll have a problem. And that is why I think even if you love Umatoho, ngamfaka masekukuthi siya defend on the 70th minute, siya win, and we are trying to defend against our aerial balls. But to start him a game in where pace will be required, I think it's just shooting yourself in the foot. And then Udove, I think Udove should continue playing. Uhlanti just needs to wake up and focus, because he showed us what he can give at bare minimum, like the very basics. Defend, ube solid, just, I don't know, the bare minimum that you need from a defender. So if he can be there present as a defender, then and I don't think Veluzwane could change him. Another player that has been brilliant for us that I don't think Zwane will change is Uplom as a defensive midfielder. Utoli akumela qaliso wide. Utoli must start as an attacking midfielder, as one of the eight. And Umat, mina bafetha ngifuna Umat aqale kusasa game. I feel like all the players so far who have gone to the bench and come back, they have been motivated to come in and play much better. Like Khosi at the beginning of the season, Babelok bemfaka around the 60th minute, and because he saw good he can do something, pushed himself and he ended up winning that starting position. Tol was put on the bench for a few matches, then he came back and was playing much better. I think Umat could also benefit from being on the bench, because sometimes it just goes missing and you don't see him. I don't want to see Matlow starting tomorrow. I really don't. I would rather, over Umat, I would rather have Khosi Ngcobo start in that position. If he fails, then fine, bring in Umat, but I don't want Mat to start tomorrow's game, because he has played a lot of games and it just shows Ngati there's something that just happens to him sometimes. Uguti, he just disappears in games, and I don't like that. And for me, if it were up to me, I would do this. I would play Ashley as a number 9. Because, as I said, I think this game will be end-to-end, and AmaZulu will leave spaces behind, and Ashley could exploit those spaces. And then Kwa left, Kwa right, njalo as a right wing, I would play Usekhota, because my Kwa left, they know, the defenders know, which is going out wide and is going to try and cross. We don't have anyone to cross the ball to, so you might as well just cut in, take people on, and try to take a shot on goal, or play my reverse passes for Solomons would be overlapping, who will then play my cutback passes to Sekhota, to anyone who's running into the box. Boom. That's what I think should happen. And then, because Sileka it depth so much, I would have Ukama play as a winger, Lagwa left, to really prove what is it being out of form because he's played outside of position, or is it because he is just poor? And if it doesn't do well, Edlaliso as a left winger, then we can see who we bring on. Because Namanje, if I try to think who can we bring on to play on the wing, I can't think of a single player. And the reason why I'm not talking about Mtu Shabalala and Utuba, it's because of the fact that right now, team is traveling to Durban, right? And EMTC is playing tomorrow at 12 against Sundowns, and I think the boys will be there in that game. But if it was an ideal situation where Uzwane trusted these boys, which is clearly he has said which is not going to put them under that pressure, I would then try, because experience has failed, I would just try experience. I would try Utuba as number 9, and then in that case I can play Ashley on the left and then Usekhota on the right. But that's not gonna happen. It's gonna be standard. Ashley's gonna start on the right, and Usekhota will start on the left, and then Kama will start through the middle. And they should stop playing crosses, because we don't have a target man. I don't know why they do that. Guys, what do you think of tomorrow's game? I think Kulkunyanyana kon. but we'll see tomorrow. I can't even make a match prediction, but thank you so much for watching. I'll see you after the game, and until next time, remember, equals al pelo moya.